Hello everyone, welcome to Gamefield Alpha, indeed the first video and unboxing on the channel. My name is Alex and today I'm going to take a look at Maelstrom's Edge, Battle for Zycanthus by Spiral Arm Studios. So let's begin. Okay, so Maelstrom's Edge is a brand new 28mm wargame from Spiral Arm Studios that successfully funded on Kickstarter during mid-2015, and unusually for a Kickstarter, it shipped on time. Spiral Arm Studios said that they would ship during December 2015, and they shipped during December 2015. So, in the game, you've got the Maelstrom itself, which is a pulse of dark energy that's spreading across the galaxy, devouring everything in its path. And the various factions in the game are all trying to deal with the Maelstrom in their own unique ways. So, yeah, the game is set in this universe of the Maelstrom's Edge. And as you can see on the back, along with all the stuff that you get in this box and a lot of text that tells you about the Maelstrom and the universe this game is set in and blah blah blah, you've got two factions in this box, which are the Imperium Foundation and the Karist Enclave. The Imperium Foundation is basically a terraforming corporation, well, kind of former terraforming corporation at this point, that's basically trying to get their people off, like off-world, out of the way of the Maelstrom, so they can, try to reap the benefits of the chaos that the Maelstrom leaves behind. Whereas the Karist Enclave is the polar opposite of that. They believe that if you embrace the Maelstrom, that if you, prepare yourself in mind and body for the Maelstrom, then when it hits, you'll ascend to a higher plane of existence. So two differing viewpoints on the Maelstrom, two different philosophies on the, on what's happening in this galaxy. And as you can see here, tells you what you get in the box. There are a lot of bits and pieces in this box, as you will find out. So let's open the box and take a look inside. Okay, so let's open up this box. I should mention that the box didn't come shrink wrapped. This is the, well, not Kickstarter edition. This is a copy that I paid for through the Pledge Manager on the maelstromsedge.com website. So Spiral Arm Studios were smart in letting people pledge for the game even after the Kickstarter had finished, which was, smart idea because they get more money, more people get to enjoy the game, so, it's good stuff all around. So, as you can see, there's a lot of stuff in this box, so let me get it all out, and then we'll go through all the bits and pieces. Okay, so here we have our first sprue, which is an Empyrean Contractor. These are basically, as far as I can tell, the grunts, the standard core troops of the Imperium Foundation. So as you can see, a lot of cool detail on the sprue. Got legs there, you've got weapons, lots of options, so you can pose your troops in different ways. There's the back of the sprue as well. So that's the first Empyrean sprue. Next, let's grab this sprue. This is an Empyrean bot handler. These guys literally control the war mechs that you'll see sprues for in a minute. And they're kind of the HQ option for the Empyreans. They're the leader option, if you will. So that's the front of their sprue, and on the back you've got, as before, lots of nice detail on the plastic. This is HIPS plastic, high impact plastic, so it's great quality, great for modeling as well. This is part of a Hunter war mech. So the Imperium Foundation gets, for their, I think they're called Anvil class troops. So basically the really hard hitting, mechs and vehicles and all that kind of stuff. This is part of a sprue for one of the war mechs. They are controlled by the bot handlers in the fluff, and I think in the game as well, in game terms. So that's one of their sprues. I think these are the arms, if I'm not mistaken, although obviously I haven't built these yet. And this is another sprue for the same, for the war mechs. So as you can see, looks pretty cool. I think it's going to be pretty fun to build these up, paint them. Next, for the Empyreans, we have this sprue. Let's get this into shot. This is a drone sprue, which can either make firefly drones or spider drones. The difference is that firefly drones are on flying bases, whereas spider drones are ground based. So here you can see the bases, kind of the turbine engine bits. Lots of cool stuff on these models. And finally, I'm not exactly sure what this is. I think it might be a Scarecrow Sniper sprue, but don't quote me on that. But I think it is a Pyrion. Or it might be Karist, I'm not sure. But anyway, yep, as you can see, it's got snap fit on the, I think that's the body. Snap fits together. Got up there, you've got what looks like a gun, so yeah. Pretty cool stuff. Okay, so for the Karists, the Karist Enclave, first up we've got this guy. This is the Cadanova, who is the HQ option, the leader option for the Karist Enclave. The slightly suicidal Cadanova, because in the fluff they tend to, if all else fails, they will blow themselves up trying to immolate themselves and the enemy at the same time. So as a last resort option. So they're kind of, the Karists are kind of a crazed faction in a way. You know, they're like a religious sect in a way. They're kind of absolutely hell-bent on people receiving the Maelstrom with open arms and all that kind of stuff. But the fluff is cool, actually. The fluff is pretty cool in this game. So this sprue that you're looking at here is a Shadow Walker, which is a really cool model. So that's the back of the sprue. This sprue is easily identifiable by the unique arms and the kind of the blade bits that the Shadow Walkers have. And finally, we have this sprue, which I believe is a Tempest Elite for the Karists, which I think is their core option, although again don't quote me on that. But here you can see we've got, again, lots of nice detail, lots of nicely worked detail on these sprues. Spiralarm Studios did a great job with these sprues, especially for their, for the first game they've done. Although the guys at Spiralarm do seem to have a lot of experience in war games. The rules were written by Yak Face. I think his name is John Regal. Basically the guy who made 40k tournament playable, and now he's written his own war game. So yeah, that's the Tempest Elite sprue. Also for the Karists we have this sprue. This is an Angel. I think this is a mature Angel, although I'm not entirely sure which of the Angel sprues are which. But basically the Angels are like the Anvil option for the Karists. They're these creatures that the Karist Enclave have kind of adopted in a way, and they've started to control. And the creatures have this cool ability where they can change shape in between turns to represent different forms on the battlefield. It's pretty cool. So this is, I think this is probably the most detailed of the sprues actually, or I don't know. It certainly is quite a detailed sprue, as you can see. And also we have this sprue as well. Lots of wings, lots of angel wings. The angels are kind of ironically named in this game because they don't seem to be angels, by any means. Okay, and we've also got this sprue as well. This is a terrain sprue, and it's noticeably heavier than the other sprues I've showed you. So yeah, this is a terrain sprue. Basically the idea is that you cut off these bits and pieces and you attach them to other things to make cool terrain for the game. So, you know, maybe boxes that you have lying around, or, you know, whatever. You know, basically it's up to you to, you know, use the sprue to come up with something cool that you can use. So that's one of them. There's actually 2 terrain sprues. So this is the other bit. So some kind of long plank-like things with detail on the other side. So yeah, these are terrain sprues. Okay, in addition, you get some dice. I mean, you've probably got dice, maybe D6s lying around at home, but hey, you know, if you don't, there's some dice. There's a large base here, and you might notice that the bases have these kind of notches on the side. That's important in game terms because this game cares about front-facing and back-facing. So when you glue the models down on the base, you have to make sure that they're facing into the open parts of the base with the notches on the side, because that will, you know, that will matter during the game. Also, you've got some more bases in here, including these cool little flying bases for things like the spider drones, no, not the spider drones, the firefly drones, and the angel minnows. So you have those bases, and you also have a bunch of smaller bases as well for the, you know, the infantry models. Okay, moving on, we have these, which are templates and tokens. So we have these templates that are printed on fairly thick cardboard, and we've got a kind of a spray flame template. We've got these tokens, which are quite nice, and they are double-sided. As you can see on the other side, it looks like that. So you've got various tokens and bits and pieces for the game, and a little thing there, which I think is a scenario piece, which is also, as you can see, double-sided. Let's move that to one side. Here you've got more tokens. These are Karist suppression tokens. Suppression is a thing in this game. And these are basically tokens that you can pop out, and then you kind of slot 2 pieces together to make a suppression token, or you can lay them flat on the table if you want, if it's easier for you to transport or whatever. So that's what these tokens look like. And finally, we have some Hyperion tokens with some, I think these are command tokens on the side. There's a mechanism in this game called command points. So on the other side, you've got those kind of purple explosions. So yeah, these are tokens that you get in the game. Also, you've got to have a rulebook to teach you how to play the game, and this is a really nice rulebook. Back, you see, it's got quite a plain design on the front and back. And you go inside, and the Maelstrom's Edge tells you about the game itself, some contents there, the universe of the Maelstrom's Edge, the early times. This game is set in the far, far, far future, like tens of thousands, possibly hundreds of thousands of years from now. So it's basically you know, very, very far future. So that's Zycanthus, the planet that you're fighting on in this box set, you know, where the story's set. And here you've got the foundations, you've got the Hyperions. So it tells you all about the Hyperion Foundation. You've got the Karist Enclave there as well. Tells you about the Karists. Nice artwork all throughout, full colour. I think it's 144 pages. So yep, lots of stuff in here. You've got the Broken, which is not in this box set, but it's another faction in the game. You've got the Remnant Fleet, and some of the minor factions, such as the Com Guild, the Aquatic Tragonite Host. And then you go on to the rules. So you've got the overview of a turn there, and then core game concepts, blah 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 blah. I'm not going to go through every page, but as you can see, it tells you all about the game and how to play. Okay, and finally we have some cards. So this is the Maelstrom's Edge card game that you get in the box, which is basically a game about resource extraction, essentially. You know, the factions are trying to get resources from planets. So here you can see the card back, which looks very nice, and on the front side you can see the different cards. So Zycanthus, Gokha, Eikengol, Yulia, which are all places in the Maelstrom's Edge universe. You've got a mining ship, evacuation ships, resource ships, basic scoutcraft, lots of those, assault ship, mobile starbase, bombardment ship, demolition ship, the Maelstrom itself, the Maelstrom again, plague, backup arrives, third action, and so on and so forth. The remnant and the broken. So yep, it's a nice little card game to play when maybe you want to play some Maelstrom's Edge, but you can't get the full war game to the table. You know, play the card game. Or maybe when tournaments start to happen, when tournaments start to happen, you can play it between rounds. So also you get these cards. Let me just separate these out. These are mission cards. So basically, this is like a secret mission that you have to complete that your opponent doesn't know about. So you have purple gold, groundfall, worth more than your head, bloodbath, split research, forward onto victory, and the back of these just say mission. And also we have some of these. Wait, let me split these out again. So these are the stat cards for the different factions, which are double-sided. On the back, it gives you unit options, building options for the different factions, or for the different units, and you know how many you can take and in each faction. Blah 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 blah. So here you've got journeyman bot handler, contractor engineer, spider drones. We have scarecrow sniper, firefighter recon drones, hunter class war mech, Cadanova, carriage troopers, and so on and so forth. And lastly, we have these cards, which I'm not exactly sure what these are. They look like mission cards again, but they might be scenario cards or something like that. I have to have a look through the rulebook to see what these are exactly. But as you can see, on this one we've got territories, and on the other side, VIPs. Then we've got meat grinder and supply caches. Then we've got demolition, which on the back is excavation. Decimation, which turns into defend the artifact. Breakthrough, which is cyber refineries, and Alpha Strike, which is assassination. Okay, that was a look at Battle for Zycanthus, the 2-player starter set for Maelstrom's Edge. As you can see, there is a lot of stuff in this box, a lot of plastic, a lot of bits and pieces, but I think it's going to be fun to go through it all and put it all together and get it on the table. And it does look like a really fun game to play. Okay, so don't forget to subscribe to the channel to help it grow and to stay up to date with new content on this channel. And also, if you think someone else might enjoy this content, then why not share the video with them? Also, if you're on social media, you'll also find Gamefield Alpha on social media. Okay, that's all for now. Thanks for watching, and until next time, see ya!